Welcome to today's discussion where we explore a fascinating aspect of human connection and consciousness. Have you ever experienced a moment where you suddenly thought of someone and later found out they were thinking about you too? It's a mysterious and almost magical phenomenon that many of us have encountered. Today, we're going to dive into understanding the subtle, often overlooked signs that someone might be thinking about you. Let's start by examining the first sign, the sudden urge to communicate. Imagine this scenario. You're going about your daily routine, and out of nowhere, you feel a strong impulse to reach out to a friend or family member you haven't spoken to in a while. This urge doesn't seem to stem from your regular thoughts or feelings. It feels more like an intuitive nudge. This can be a clue that the person is thinking about you. Their thoughts, filled with the energy of their focus on you, might be strong enough to influence your subconscious mind, leading you to feel a connection. This phenomenon can be understood through the lens of quantum entanglement, where particles that interact with each other become entangled in such a way that the state of one particle directly influences the state of another, no matter the distance. Could our minds be similarly linked? How might this change your view on the isolated nature of individual experiences? Moving to our second sign, we often encounter meaningful coincidences or synchronicities. You might be talking about someone, and suddenly they call you, or you bump into them in an unexpected place. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, described synchronicity as events that are meaningful coincidences, if they occur with no causal relationship yet seem to be meaningfully related. These synchronicities can be a sign that your lives are somehow connected in that moment through your thoughts. When you notice such synchronicities, consider what emotions or thoughts were going through your mind before the event. Reflecting on these can offer insights into how deeply interconnected our lives might be with others. The third sign involves emotional echoes. Sometimes you might feel a sudden wave of emotions that don't seem to belong to you. You might feel inexplicably sad, joyful, or anxious, and later discover that the person you were thinking of was experiencing those very emotions. This phenomenon can be likened to emotional contagion, where one person's emotions trigger similar emotions in another person. However, when it happens without direct interaction, it suggests a deeper invisible thread connecting you to the person thinking of you. This raises intriguing questions about the boundaries of individual emotional experiences and the collective human consciousness. Are our emotional states truly private, or are they part of a larger shared tapestry? Lastly, for this part, consider the power of dreams. Dreams are a window into our subconscious mind, where the mental and emotional impressions of our daily lives get processed. Sometimes, people report dreaming about someone and receiving news about them or from them the following day. Dreams can be a potent channel through which thoughts and energies, even from afar, can influence us. The symbolism in dreams might not always be direct. However, paying attention to whom you dream about and the context might provide clues that this person was thinking about you, possibly at a profound level. What might this suggest about the role of our subconscious in connecting with others? As we wrap up this first part, think about the last time you experienced any of these signs. How did it make you feel? Did it change your perception of your personal connections? Let's take a moment to reflect on these questions. Ethereal echoes. Unveiling the subtle language of thought and connection. In this next segment, we will delve deeper into the subtle and profound ways our connections manifest. It's an exploration that not only highlights the interconnectedness of human thoughts, but also challenges our understanding of personal and shared realities. Let's explore more signs that someone may be thinking about you, focusing on physical sensations, intuitive insights, and changes in your environment. Starting with physical sensations, Have you ever felt a random touch or a tingling sensation that doesn't have a clear physical cause? It might be a gentle brush against your skin or a pressure that feels as if someone just softly patted your back or touched your hand. These sensations can be startling, given their apparent lack of source. However, they might indicate that someone is thinking about you intensely. Their thoughts, filled with emotional energy, might be strong enough to break through into your physical realm. This phenomenon can be likened to the concept of non-locality in physics, where an effect is produced at one location due to changes at another location, without any visible connection between the two. Could it be that human consciousness operates similarly, capable of transcending physical boundaries? Next, let's consider the power of intuition. Intuition is often described as knowing something without knowing how you know it. It's an inner feeling, a gut instinct that can guide decisions or offer insights about situations that are not immediately obvious. When someone is thinking about you, you might experience sudden flashes of insight about them, perhaps knowing they are in trouble, feeling an inexplicable confidence in their well-being, or just sensing that they need to talk to you. This intuitive connection might suggest that thoughts, yours and theirs, are capable of traveling in ways that our current understanding of science cannot fully explain. What does this say about the potential untapped powers of the human mind? Another intriguing sign involves changes in your immediate environment that remind you of the person. This could be hearing their favorite song on the radio, seeing a picture or an object that you strongly associate with them, or even encountering others who share their name or similarities in appearance. These occurrences can seem like mere coincidences, but if we look at them through the lens of synchronicity, they might be carrying a message from the universe, prompted by the thoughts of the person who is thinking about you. It challenges us to reconsider our perspectives on coincidence and causality. How often do we dismiss these synchronicities as mere accidents, and might acknowledging them change our experiences? Lastly, for this segment, let's reflect on the phenomenon of sudden relief or resolution of problems. Sometimes, you might be grappling with an issue and suddenly, a solution emerges in your mind clear and strong, or the problem resolves itself in an unexpected way. This might happen at the same time someone else is pondering your situation, possibly sending hopeful thoughts or even praying for you. This interconnectedness in resolving challenges can sometimes point to a collective consciousness or a shared energetic field where we are all contributing to each other's lives, often without realizing it. How might this perspective shift our approach to personal struggles and our understanding of support? As we conclude this part of our exploration, take a moment to think about the last time you felt an unexplained physical sensation, had a powerful gut feeling, noticed peculiar coincidences, or experienced sudden solutions to your problems. Could these have been signs that someone was thinking about you? Reflect on the implications of these experiences on your view of human connection and consciousness. The unseen threads, exploring the ethereal connections of thought and energy. As we continue our journey into understanding how signs that someone is thinking about you manifest, we venture into the realms of energy shifts and patterns in nature. This segment delves into the less tangible but equally compelling indicators that connect us across the fabric of consciousness. Let's begin by discussing energy shifts. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt a change in your mood or energy? Perhaps you've suddenly felt uplifted or, conversely, drained without any apparent reason. Energy is all around us and can be influenced by the thoughts and emotions of others, especially those who may be thinking about us. This phenomenon is akin to the concept of vibes or auras that many cultures and spiritual practices talk about. When someone holds you in their thoughts, especially if those thoughts are charged with strong emotions, be it love, anger, or worry, it can manifest as a palpable shift in your own energy field. This raises a profound question about the extent to which we are open channels, influenced by unseen energies. How might our lives change if we became more aware of these energies and learned to navigate them consciously? Next, let's consider the patterns in nature that may signal someone's thoughts about you. It might sound far-fetched to think that nature can communicate specific messages about personal connections, but consider the times when you've seen patterns or sequences that resonate deeply with you. For example, you might repeatedly see animals, plants, or even cloud formations that remind you of someone or something related to them. These patterns are not just random, they could be interpreted as signs or messages. The Native American tradition, for instance, looks at animal encounters as omens or signs, with each animal conveying a specific message. When you encounter such patterns, they might be nudges from the universe, generated by the energy of someone's thoughts about you. What if we viewed these signs as a form of language, one that speaks through the beauty and synchronicity of nature? We also need to consider the impact of shared dreams or visions. Dreams have been a topic of spiritual and psychological fascination for centuries, believed to be a realm where the subconscious mind unravels deeper truths. But what about shared dreams, or visions that involve someone else? Perhaps you and another person dream of each other on the same night, or you see visions during meditation that involve them. These experiences suggest a profound connection, possibly facilitated by one person's thoughts reaching out to another through the dream state or meditative visions. This phenomenon can blur the lines between individual and shared consciousness, suggesting that our minds might be far more interconnected than we usually perceive. How do these shared experiences challenge our understanding of personal boundaries and the collective unconscious? Finally, let's explore the unexpected interruptions in technology as a sign. In our modern age, where technology pervades almost every aspect of life, it's intriguing to think that human thoughts could influence or disrupt electronic devices. Have you ever experienced your phone glitching, receiving a call from someone right as you think about them, or electronic devices malfunctioning in ways that seem to coincide with significant personal interactions? While skeptics might call these mere coincidences, those attuned to the subtleties of energy might see them as manifestations of intense emotional or mental energy. This phenomenon could be considered within the framework of the observer effect in quantum mechanics, where the act of observing can influence the observed. Could our focused thoughts act as a form of observation, altering the behavior of electronic devices? As we draw this part to a close, consider how energy shifts, patterns in nature, shared dreams, and technological quirks might have appeared in your life as signs that someone was thinking about you. Reflect on the implications of these signs on your understanding of connection and reality. The cosmic echo. Unraveling the mysteries of thought-induced connections. In this concluding segment, we explore the culmination of our journey into the signs that someone might be thinking of you, focusing on the most profound and often overlooked indicators. These signs not only deepen our understanding of personal connections, but also challenge our perception of time and space. Intense moments of déjà vu. Déjà vu, the eerie and intriguing sensation that you've experienced a moment before, can sometimes be a sign that someone is thinking about you. This phenomenon might be triggered when your current reality aligns closely with what someone else is imagining or remembering about you. It's as if their thoughts create a ripple through time, briefly aligning their mental scenario with your current experience. This can give you a sudden, unexplainable familiarity with a moment that should otherwise be new. Such experiences beg the question, could our linear understanding of time be too limited? How might our connections transcend time through shared thoughts? sudden creative bursts or inspirations. Creativity often flows from the depths of the subconscious, where all our experiences and connections mingle. When someone is thinking intensely about you, it can sometimes unlock a rush of creativity or inspiration. Perhaps you find yourself suddenly driven to write, paint, or innovate, seemingly out of nowhere. This burst of creativity could be influenced by the energies or ideas unconsciously transmitted by someone who holds you in their thoughts. This perspective invites us to consider creativity not just as an individual expression, but as a potential collective phenomenon. What does this imply about the sources of our inspiration and the unseen influences shaping our creative outputs? Altered perceptions of reality. At times, the impact of someone's thoughts might be so strong that it alters your perception of reality. This could manifest as seeing the world in a more vivid way, perceiving colors as brighter and details as more profound, or feeling as though time is moving differently. These altered states, while temporary, can indicate that your connection with another person is not just emotional or mental, but also spiritual, affecting how you perceive and interact with the world around you. This raises fascinating possibilities about the power of human connections to alter our perceptions and experiences of reality. Deep, unexplainable knowing. Perhaps the most mystical of all signs is a deep, unexplainable knowing that someone is thinking about you. This isn't just intuition, it's a profound certainty that comes from within, often without any rational explanation. It's as if your souls are communicating on a level beyond words or even conscious thought. This type of knowing challenges our standard views on communication and understanding, suggesting that there are layers of connection that our current scientific understanding has yet to uncover. As we wrap up this exploration, reflect on the times you've experienced any of these signs. Consider how they might have influenced your relationships, your view of the world, or even your understanding of yourself. The possibility that our thoughts can reach out and touch others, even from afar, is a testament to the profound interconnectedness of human beings. This exploration invites us to remain open to the mysteries of human connection, recognizing that our relationships extend beyond the visible and tangible. They weave through the very fabric of reality in ways we are only beginning to understand. Are you ready to embrace this broader, more interconnected view of human relationships and the power of thought? How might this shift your approach to everyday interactions and your personal spiritual journey? Let's carry these questions forward as we continue to navigate the rich and mysterious terrain of human connections.